How do marketers know if the strategies are truly effective rather than just relying on gut feeling? Welcome everyone to the presentation, and today we will discuss hypothesis testing in marketing research. So this session will show how marketers can use data and statistics to take smarter decisions. The goal is to move from intuition to evidence-based strategies. So how do companies decide upon which marketing ideas to pursue? In this brief presentation, we will explore the very basics of hypothesis testing. That is a fundamental tool in marketing research. And understanding this will help you to make better data-driven decisions in marketing. First, what does it mean to test a hypothesis in the context of marketing? Hypothesis testing will allow marketers to verify or reject assumptions they may have about their customers, campaigns, or any other decision. So moving away from any guesswork to actually take evidence-based strategies. In other words, you can say hypothesis testing is a statistical method for evaluating assumptions about a population using a sample data. And marketers often use it to verify ideas with real data, not just opinions. And this approach will obviously, help marketers move from guesswork to evidence-based strategies. Now, moving ahead, what are the main components of a hypothesis testing? There are basically two. The first is the null hypothesis that assumes that nothing changes or impacts the outcome. The alternative is what you actually suspect might be true. And before we go further, we have to fix a significance level. So this significance actually tells you that how confident you want to be before rejecting the null hypothesis. So in other words, let's sum up. The null hypothesis assumes no effect or no difference, and alternate hypothesis is what you actually expect to find and at the significance level alpha, commonly which is set at 0.05, that is the threshold for deciding if the results are really meaningful. So these concepts will guide the marketers to decide when to trust their findings. Now, how do marketers actually conduct a hypothesis test? So first step is define null and alternate hypothesis. Next, collect and analyze the data. Calculate the p-value. Compare this p-value to the alpha that you have already decided. And next, further, decide to accept or reject the null hypothesis. So following these steps will ensure that your data are to the point correct and they are not just assumptions. Now let's take an example to understand it further. For instance, what happens to sales if a company raises its price? Example, in this we might be testing if price increase affects the sales volume. So what is my null hypothesis? The null hypothesis would be price increase has no effect on the sales volume. And what is my alternate? So my alternate would be that price increases, reduces the sales volume. Now marketers can conduct the test by changing the price and tracking the sales. So once they have this data, this result will be very much guided, and this will help you decide in your pricing strategy. Another clear example for this could be that if suppose you want to know that do celebrity endorsements really boost brand awareness for your product? So in this case, you can test the impact of celebrity endorsements. Now what can be my null and alternate hypothesis? So similarly, a celebrity endorsement does not change brand awareness, and alternate would be that celebrity endorsement increases the brand awareness. Now marketers can measure this awareness before and after the ads using surveys, and this evidence will help them justify their marketing investments, that whether celebrity endorsements have an impact or they don't have an impact on creating brand awareness. Now I hope this is clear so far. So, why is hypothesis testing so valuable for marketers? Now, hypothesis testing, as we discussed, it will be very essential for taking data driven decisions. It will reduce any kind of biasness and thus improve your decision making. By this, you can validate the assumptions with evidence, leading to much smarter strategies. And you can also encourage the audience to apply these principles in their own marketing work.